Hello friends from JB College. Today I want to discuss with you those topics which I have been discussing in the class. This video lectures particularly belongs to the JB College Higher Secondary Second Year Commerce Economics class. Let us recall what we have been learning in the class. We have been talking about aggregate demand. Aggregate demand, which is a function of consumption expenditure plus investment expenditure. So, from this, we can understand that this is a two-sector model because this consumption mostly by the consumer, household, and this is done by the firm or by the entrepreneurs or by the producer. So, we have got this is household side and this is farm side. Alright, now this is the two components of aggregate demand in the two sector model. Now from this we also derive in the class about this C. C is basically what? A plus BY. So the value of C is actually A plus BY. This means that consumption is a function of income. This side I'm writing income, and this side is consumption. Now, we know that C is a function of Y, means consumption is a function of income, and the full derivation of this C is basically A plus BY. And so this curve is looking like this, and this is representing the autonomous consumption. Even you have zero income, your consumption is this much. This is A. Now BY is actually, this B is actually MPC, as I have discussed in the class. This MPC means how much change will take place to consumption due to the change in income, del C by del Y. Because as people income increase, consumption also increase. But how much consumption will increase due to the increase in income, which is representing by this B. Okay, that is why this B is multiplied with income. That means as income increases or changes, consumption also will change, which is marginal propensity to consume. We discussed that in the class. Now, with this, we also discuss about investment also. This I is investment. Investment. This investment also are two types. One is autonomous investment. Autonomous investment. Autonomous investment. And other one is induced investment, which I have already discussed. INDUCED, induced investment. Induced investment. This autonomous investment means investment that do not depend on anything is called autonomous investment. Normally, what business do is when they have more expectation of the profit, अगर profit ज़्यादा आ रहा है तो ज़्यादा ही investment करने का सोचता है. लेकिन इसमें क्या है, ये autonomous है. That means जितना भी profit होता है उतना investment नहीं होता है. That means ये minimum investment है. This is minimum investment. This does not depend on anything. For example, any firm, they do initial autonomous investment. That means investment ऐसा लिखेगा I, and I will write here bar, because even the firm may expect the income to rise. Also, this amount of investment, let's say 1,000 crore, 100 crore, the investment level will remain the same irrespective of the change in income. Normally, a business may have more income as the profit increases. But in this scenario, the firm is investing only 100 crore every year, irrespective of the increase in income. Whenever we have situation like this, if the investment every year does not change with the change in income, this is called autonomous investment. Now, what is induced investment? Induced investment, which is something like a positive moving diagram or positive moving curve. This means that as a producer expect to get more profit, means more increase in income. In this situation, the investment also will increase. Now, this is something like a 45-degree angle line. This represents if one side increases, other side also increase. That means that if producer expect more income, then the investment also increase. And for example, एक फर्म अगर ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट कमा रहा है तो वो क्या सोचेगा, फैक्ट्री को और बढ़ाने के लिए सोचेगा. अगर एक कार प्रोड्यूस किया और मार्केट में ज़्यादा डिमांड हो रहा है तो वो 10 कार प्रोड्यूस करेगा. समथिंग लाइक दिस. सो as the profit increases, the income also increase. When the income of a firm increase, the firm will try to invest more. So this investment type is called induced investment. Means if income increases, investment also increase. That means if the profit of a firm increases, the company will invest more. So induced investment means the investment that change or increase with the increase in other factor such as income. So these are the two types we have been deriving. Now, let us derive this aggregate demand curve. We have autonomous investment, which is I bar, and we have a consumption which is like this. C is A plus BY. So you see, AD is actually a combination of C plus I. That is why if you if you sum this and this, you will get AD. So AD should be greater than these two things. That is why we will get AD curve, which will be like this. AD equal to C plus I. So this AD is the combination of this autonomous investment, this consumption curve, A plus BY. So now we have got the aggregate demand curve. This is the aggregate demand. Alright, I hope you have understood. And same like this, we also discuss about aggregate supply, which is C plus S. And this AS is like income. Why? Because the more you supply, the more will be the income. The less you supply, the less will be your income. For example, you work 1 hour and you got 100 rupees. That means when you have 1 hour labor service you supply, you have 100 money or income. When a farm produces 10 goods, then the market price may be, the total of 10 goods may be 100. So 10 goods means 100 income. 1 hour labor you supply means 100 income. So actually, if we have goods, that means we have income. If we have services, that means we have income. Because एक लेबर अगर लेबर सर्विस सप्लाई करेगा तो पैसा मिलेगा. अगर कोई प्रोड्यूसर गुड्स प्रोड्यूस करेगा तो उसको पैसा मिलेगा. That means गुड्स, जितना गुड्स है इनकम जैसा ही है, जितना सर्विस लेबर देगा वो भी इनकम जैसा ही है. That is why This aggregate supply is also called income. Now, from this income, from the total income, ये इनकम प्रोड्यूसर का भी होगा और कंज्यूमर का भी होगा. So दोनों का इनकम है. And from this income, what a person can do is saving, I mean consumption करेगा and then saving करेगा. Just like us, तुम भी क्या करेगा? From your total income, let's say 1000, from this income what you will do? You will consume something, you will buy something, you will buy goods, services, and the rest अगर कुछ बचा हुआ है तो वो सेविंग करेगा. So 800, let's say खाना खाया, कपड़ा खरीदा और बहुत कुछ खर्च किया, उसके बाद जो बचा वो सेविंग्स में कन्वर्ट हो गया. So the total of the income is actually the combination of consumption and saving. And this aggregate supply curve starts from the beginning. This side income, this side consumption and saving. So this is actually aggregate supply curve. And it is also called as Y, because from this income only you can consume and save. So your aggregate supply curve starts from 0. Let us put the aggregate demand curve here. Aggregate demand curve we have got in the previous discussion, which is like this: aggregate demand equal to C plus I. Now this particular point is actually E, means equilibrium point. Equilibrium point क्यों बोलता है? क्योंकि at point E, aggregate demand equal to aggregate supply. मतलब क्या है? The how much income? This income is actually the producer income and the consumer income. Producer income and the consumer income. Total make the total income. Total income equal to total consumption and investment. Aggregate demand C plus I. I कौन करेगा? Producer. Consumption कौन करेगा? Consumer. So the income of consumer and producer make the total income is equal to the aggregate demands, means the all demand. So aggregate demand equal to aggregate supply यहाँ है. That means how much you want to buy, which is aggregate demand, how much you want to consume and invest is actually equal to your income. That is why this E is also called equilibrium point. And the rest things we'll discuss in the next video.